Hey guys, let's talk about the coronavirus and everybody talking about, ooh, this world is is out of control. Things are getting worse. Let's see. Are things getting worse? Okay, I've got a few facts and figures I'd like to share with you, and let's approach this in a different method than the media. Okay, let's check the actual numbers. Here is the world information. The world currently has 11 million cases, 524,000 deaths. That's a lot of people that have been infected and have died. Pretty bad, huh? This is a serious situation. People need to take precautions to prevent transmitting this. Let's see how this actually goes. Daily new cases. Wow, look at these numbers. 200,000 people have been infected. Oh wow, daily new cases. Just crazy, huh? Well, sure, that the numbers are going up. That's because we're getting more tests. People are getting tested, and it's been shown that we're actually spreading it. Do you think they actually had tests back here in the early days to test for coronavirus? No. Let's check this number here, the daily deaths. How many people are actually dying from this? Daily deaths, 4,800. 5,100. Back in mid-June, 4,500. Mid-May, 4,100. Look at these numbers. 5,500. Is it worse than when we were getting 6,000, 7,000 people dying a day in middle of April? Check the numbers. I mean, no, it's not worse. We're getting less people. It seems to me that this line is flattened. COVID seems to be under control. It would be nice if this number were 0 or close to it, wouldn't it? But I mean, if you go by the numbers the media is showing you, you would think this is a raging problem and we're all going to die. Look at the numbers. We're not all going to die. It seems to be people are taking adequate measures to keep this from getting quite out of control. But you're hearing a lot of the U.S. media right now if you live in the United States. So let's check the U.S. numbers. U.S. numbers, we got 2.8 million cases with 131,000 deaths. Oh, yeah, that's pretty serious. I remember in the early days, Trump said, "Oh, we're not going to pass 60,000 people die," and I actually was like, "What?" I did the actual math and statistics with the people 80 and older, and the death rate at that time was 15%. So I believe if you're 80 and older and you catch it, unfortunately, it seems to be a 15% chance of death. And the numbers of the population of the United States above 80, and I assume that most of these people are in nursing home situations where the spread is going to be an easy transfer from one person to the other, and 15% of that, my numbers said we're going to have 200,000 people, just 70 and 80 and up, who are going to unfortunately perish from this. So I actually posted on someone else's comment about President Trump saying, "Ooh, we're going to have 60,000 people die." I said there's going to be closer to 200,000 by the time this is done, just in the 80 and up bracket. And we're already at 131,000. So, yeah, don't listen to the hype. It's crap. Do some math, do some numbers. I mean, most of this can be solved with simple facts and figures and science and math. I mean, but let's check out the United States. Daily new cases. Holy crap, look at this. Look at this. 40,000 people. 50,000 people. Almost 60,000 people are getting this COVID every day. Oh no. That's because there's more testing. With more people getting tested, more people are going to show up positive. And I can tell you that these numbers don't reflect everybody. I know that people are waiting in line early in the morning to get tested, and then they get turned down because they've run out of testing spots for that day, and they say come back tomorrow. So this number, this 57,000 number could easily be 200,000. It could be easily, a 250,000 people a day getting infected. I'm sure that if the tests were available at this point in time, early April, that this 28,000, 30,000 people, I'm sure that would have been present day levels, the 50, 60,000 people getting tested, getting positive every day. People weren't getting testing positive because no tests were available. But now that we have all kinds of tests available to the public, yes, we're going to get more tests, more positive results. I believe there's a lot of incentive to positive test patients because I think there's money to be grabbed from the government. So I think there's a lot of fake positives. But let's not focus on these daily new cases. Let's focus on how many people are actually dying. Oh, wow. This is the United States. Look. I mean, not to make this situation seem light, but I mean, 600, 700 people are dying every day. That's serious, yes, but I mean, is it as serious as it was a month ago? 1,000 people dying a day? Or 2 months ago, where we had 2,200 people dying a day? Look at it, it's actually having 2,400 people dying in the beginning of May, beginning of June, 1,100, that's half, and now it's the beginning of July. Oh, look, we got half the people dying. I mean, yeah, those are not good numbers, but they're better numbers. I mean, let's look at the numbers. I mean, I believe the media hype with the showing this graph is good because it's going to get people aware of the situation and say, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to wear a mask. We need to stop this spread. People are getting sick from this, and yeah, it's great that the governments are passing these mandates that, all right, you're out in public, you need to take a sensible precaution and stop this from spreading to other people. And I'm a little sick of hearing people complaining about it. I mean, if you're in someone else's face and in their airspace, just respect the person and put on a mask. I'm sure you might have a different opinion on that. I want to hear that below. Comment something. But if you agree, comment something as well. Let's hear a little bit of debate on that. These deaths are not as bad as they used to be. They're not great. And let's see, I mean, it seems to be a 2 week, up to 2 week lapse from testing until possible death is basically what I understand it, that if you test positive today, it's going to be a few days, maybe a couple weeks before you die. So let's check these numbers in a few weeks and see what goes on. Let's check Florida. What's happening in Florida? Florida's getting the news. So in Florida we have 169,000 cases with 3,600 deaths. Daily new cases. Look at this number. Wow, we got 10,000 new people tested positive in July 2nd. That's the highest it's ever been. Look at these numbers. 8,900, 9,500. Wow, that's crazy. Look at back here. It was only 500, 1,000 people. Oh, this thing is going insane. It's spreading like crazy. Well, is it? I mean, the fact is that we're just getting more tests out there, and people are testing positive because there's an actual test. Back here in beginning of April, do you think they had all these tests available for everybody? There weren't. And I'm going to, again, reiterate that if they actually tested everybody, this 10,000 could easily be 50,000, in my opinion. I know a lot of people are getting turned down because there's no available, not just tests, but no available time to test all these people. I mean, when you can only physically test 200 people in a day, and you got a line of 1,000 people waiting to get tested, I mean, what are you going to do? Well, you're still not going to get all these people because you don't have the manpower to test all these people. I believe if if the tests were available in these early parts of the day, the early months, if everybody could get tested, I think we could easily get 10,000 new cases a day in Florida versus these 800 to 900. My opinion. But let's not focus on the media hype of all these. That's all they're focusing on right now is testing. We got so many positive tests out there. Well, yeah, that's serious, but is it really serious? Let's check the numbers. Serious is when someone actually dies. Let's check numbers, what's actually happening in Florida. Daily deaths. Okay. 64 people died here, July 2nd. Another 64 people, June 23rd. Last highest one was June 2nd. So within a month we had few peaks here, but is it worse than, say, May, where you had 69 here, 61 here, 68, 72, you even had 83 people? No, I mean, it looks pretty consistent. The only thing I see different is that these lows on the weekends, like the 17 and 18, 17 deaths and 12 deaths, it's not as low as the 6 and 7 here. It's not as low as the 12. It's not as low as the 5 and 9. But, I mean, you had 15 and 20 here at the beginning of May. 9, 19, and 14. We had similar deaths on the weekends and similar daily deaths. So is it really worse than it was a month ago? Not so much. I think it's pretty flat if you look at the numbers. I mean, let's see what happens in 2 weeks. I mean, maybe these 10,000 cases a day are going to end up dying and it's going to peak a little. I don't think Florida quite has it under control as the world and as the United States does in general. Doesn't look worse to me. It's not quite media worthy. I don't like using the term much, but fake news. I mean, fake news. Let's use science, numbers. Don't go by the hype. I mean, there's an agenda out there. I'm not much of a political person, but I mean, we all know what's happening. People are going to try to discredit this person and that person and say, oh, it's your fault and it's your fault and this is why this is happening. But I mean, yes, I think we should still be using masks, and when we're out in public we should take precaution and be respectful of other people's spaces and be sensible about it. I mean, don't breathe in someone else's face. Okay, and if you're going to be up in someone's face, put on a mask. I hate wearing a mask. I really do. It's especially when I'm in the heat. I don't like it, but I do what I gotta do. So just take precautions. Be smart. What are your thoughts? Do you think the media is blowing this out of control? The United States is doomed. Do you think the United States has this under control and it's time to open up more? Personally, I don't think we need to open up more. I think closing the bars was a good idea. I miss the bars, yes. I really do miss the bars. But there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to handle a social situation and take it out of control and get in other people's faces, and they're spreading this and thinking this COVID is fake and it's all just it's media hype. I mean, there's a little bit of media hype, yes, but I mean, yes, people are actually getting sick and people are actually dying, but it's not worse than it was before. It'd be nice if it was getting better by now, but it's not. So I think we need to clamp down on a few situations where it's actually spreading and try to get this under a little more control, and then reassess in a month or two and find out, okay, now is it under control? What are we doing good? What are we doing bad? And is it time to open bars? You know what? I think if you have an outdoor bar where you're able to drink in the parking lot, being outdoors, I think, is safe. And take your beer outside, take your drink outside, gather around and have fun outside. Being inside a building with 100 other people, I think you're asking for trouble. You're asking for spread. People who don't deserve to get sick, your grandma, they're gonna get sick. So yeah, we need to look out after the elderly. I believe if the situation was reversed and it was the young people that were dying from this, the 20-year-olds, the 30-year-olds were dying from this disease, I think the elderly would be the ones that would say, oh, you know what, I need to wear a mask and I need to protect my grandchildren. I really think they would. So why don't you do that? Reassess the situation. Think, old people are getting sick. Old people are dying. Let's protect them. It's not going to be forever, hopefully. And just adapt. I mean, let's hear your comments below. Do you think these numbers are overblown, or do you think they're justified? Do you think my numbers are justified? Do you think... oh. Hi. Comment below. Let me know how you feel. What do you think? I want to hear your opinion. I like hearing different opinions. So if you've got a different...
Do you like this guy?
Yes.
This guy?
Okay. If you got a different opinion, let me know. Comment below. I want to hear you. I want to hear what you have to say. Talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.